Let's take a look at what happened today with Tesla. We closed at 346.46, down $11.97. That's 3.34%. Post-market, we are down by a further 51 cents. Let's take a look at the facts and let's see how we can profit from those facts. So the first question we need to ask ourselves, how healthy is the trend right now? Are we still into a bullish trend with Tesla on the daily chart? The daily chart, yes, Tesla is into a bullish trend. This is the trend right here between the support line and the resistance line. As long as we are into it, we should be continuing into it. This is what a trend means. Once you start, it continues. Of course, it does not continue forever. It can last for weeks, months, and nobody knows how long this will last. Right now, we are chugging along and we are coming to 360.65. This is a resistance that was critical in the past. As I said, it was critical in November of last year. We had a hard time breaking it. It took us from November 11th to December 5th. So it took us a month to break it after coming close to it. So is this what is going to repeat itself? Maybe we are going to get repetition. We closed above it. This was good news right here. We closed above it on May 27. Boom, we closed above it. This was looking good. This was looking like we were really continuing. And this really looked like a buy. We were breaking this horizontal resistance. We had great stochastic. The DMI also was great. So from a technical perspective, everything was okay. Then if you try to get in at that point, we can see right now that it did not really work. We could say that it worked for a couple of days because on Wednesday and Thursday, things were still not too bad. If we go on the 1 hour chart, we can get a little bit more details about what happened. This is the break. This is the break at 350 right here. This happened on Tuesday at 12:30, the candle that starts at 12:30. We had the break right here. You could have waited for the end of the day to get in. If not, it was still above 360.65 on the next day. It was still above 360.65 on Wednesday, at the beginning of the day on Wednesday. If you entered at that point, you needed to have a stop loss at some point. So the next support below was at 355. And that 355 held Wednesday. It held yesterday. It held today, except with this little bit of a wick, which personally made me get out. But I got out a little bit too early. I should have waited for the complete candle on the 1 hour chart to get out. Most of the time, it is better to wait for a candle completion. Sometimes you can get a head start. Sometimes you can get lucky and get a head start when things are not going good. You can get out on the 5-minute chart and you will be okay because it will continue. But in those cases where it does not continue and the 5-minute chart just reverses, it's better to wait for the 1 hour chart. So on that 1 hour chart with this green candle right here, we had lost stochastic over 60. So from that green candle, even though it's higher than 355, we had lost stochastic over 60. It was at 57. So things were starting to look not too good. DMI was still green at that point. Then the next stochastic became 51, so a lowering in stochastic. When we have a lowering of stochastic, we need to watch support very well because once we lose a horizontal support without stochastic, we should be continuing. So on the 3rd hour, boom, we have a red candle losing support at 355. So that was the time to get out after that 3rd candle that started at 11:30. It means that it completed at 12:30. So if you entered here on the 1 hour chart, you should have come out at 12:30 because we had lost support. The next support right under was at 350. And on that 12:30 candle, stochastic was at 3. So stochastic just cratered. And then we continued for the next candle. We have continued a little bit lower, crushing through 350 and going back down to 345 with a wick right here. Then we started to have a little bit of a bounce, and now we are back at 345. No stochastic either. So right now, this is where we are at. We are into this bearish channel within the big bullish channel that's on the daily chart. So we have a bearish channel on the 1 hour chart. Stochastic is not there, DMI is not there. We should not be thinking long right now on the 1 hour chart. So basically this is what happened. This is what happened today on the 1 hour chart. So the 1 hour chart is not the place to get in at any point right now. There's no momentum up at all. On the daily chart, this is different. So on the daily chart, this is completely different. So for trend-aware investors, so people that love Tesla are not willing to suffer through big Tesla move down that can happen. This is not what we have right now. But Tesla can be going down for a while. And it happens sometimes. Sometimes we have big drawdowns. So right now, this is not what we have at all. So from a daily chart perspective, trend-aware investors, this is perfectly fine as long as we are into this bullish channel. So we are still into this bullish channel, and at the worst, on Monday, we could be going down to this point right here at 335, and we would still be into our bullish channel. So on the daily chart, even if we go down to 335, we are still bullish. This is what this means. Each time we add a day, we are adding on to that support where we are going to get outside of that bullish channel. Each time we have a day. But right now, this is still good. This can still recover next week, and we are not outside of this bullish channel. When we are going to get outside, then we are going to start looking for a congestion zone that we need to break. Because after having gone up, a stock will go sideways for a while, and then it will decide to continue down, and then it will decide to go down or to go up, and then we can make our decision accordingly. Do we want to short here, and do we want to go long here? I cannot tell you exactly where is going to be the congestion zone because we don't know exactly when are we going to get outside of the bullish channel. If we start to go sideways on Monday and then get outside of the bullish channel, then 345 is going to be the congestion zone that we are going to look at for a possible further move up eventually or a move down eventually. If we go lower on Monday and then get outside, then maybe 326 is going to be the congestion zone support. And then once we break that, then this is a goner. Of course, you can sell at any point in time. If you want to take profit, you can take profit. I cannot prevent you from taking any profit, but it can also continue higher. That's the thing. Once we are outside of the bullish channel, then the stock has told us, no, I'm not going higher anymore. I'm going to go sideways. So of course you can sell at any point. If you're happy with the profit that you made so far, then of course you can sell. You can sell at any point. There is no problem with that. If you want to optimize, then you can wait for the stock to go sideways and then decide at that point, maybe you are not even going to wait for the stock to make a congestion zone, break the support before getting out. I have sometimes gotten out earlier before a congestion zone has formed. A stock would be coming out of the bullish channel, and then I did not want to lose this profit in addition in order to wait for a break of that support. Then if I did not want to lose this, I can just sell. The best way not to lose something is to get out. But again, at the same time, if you get out a little bit too soon, then you are not letting your winners ride. Letting the winners ride is important. This is when we make lots of money. This is where we make lots of money. If we only sell after we have a 10% gain, we are only going to get 10% gains. When we started to break this resistance right here at 273, and we got in at 284, you can look at my video on November 6th. We called this buy, and then we had a nice run. It came down. This was scary a little bit. And then it recovered, and then it did another top, and it provided another opportunity to continue. And then we had another resistance from a previous era. And then we broke that again. So this was another opportunity to continue. And then it started to cave in a little bit. So I did not wait to get the proper congestion zone, which would have mean to sell at 415 or so. I switched on the 1 hour chart and then I started to sell when it started to go a little bit lower. This is why I prefer the 1 hour chart, because it's showing us smaller patterns that happen earlier than patterns that occur on the daily chart. To see a congestion zone, it was down to 415. It's still not bad from 286 to 415, but it's still not 485. So from 485 to 415, that's a lot. So this is why I tend myself, this is my personal way of doing things. Looking at it on the 1 hour chart, you look at it 1 hour every day. If you look at it too much, it's not better because you see things that should not be there. But looking at it on the 1 hour chart, it was really starting to show a congestion zone right here. And then, so at 467, we had the support and then we went through it. So at that point, went through support, no stochastic. This means that this is not good anymore. I sold here. And then it went up to that point, but never broke it. So there was no reason to buy back into it. And then it continued down and it started to do a bunch of stuff. This is my way of doing this, but sometimes I don't make enough profit because I don't sell at resistance. I wait for the stock to go a little bit lower and I miss that upper part there. I miss that upper part, but I won't miss the running if we continue up. So there's always a decision there. Do you wait for the stock to stabilize and then show you it no longer wants to go higher and no longer wants to go sideways, it wants to go down before selling? Or you sell close to resistance? I don't tend to sell close to resistance because I think this is part of my personality to swing for the bleachers. When it works super well. It works super well. So maybe this is what I need to adjust because of my personality. But if you are a trend-aware investor, you don't play on the 1 hour chart really, you play on the daily chart. And once we are going to get outside, you are going to start thinking about looking for your exit. And once your exit has been identified, maybe at 326, you are going to get out at 326. And that's a lot better. On the daily chart, you would have gotten out at 415. At 415 right here, and getting out at 415 is a lot better than holding it down to 200 bucks. So yes, the congestion zone on the daily is lower than the peak here. It is lower, but it is still a lot better than writing it down to 200 bucks and then waiting for it to come back, which it is not yet doing. It is not yet doing it. It's possible the 360 is going to hold. It's possible that we get outside the bullish channel and it's possible that we go down. So that 415 might take a while in order to be recovered. So I hope this helps a little bit. The same lines can be used for different stock strategies. And the first thing you need to do is to check your time frame. What is the time frame that you want to watch for? Let's take a look at the rest of the market to see how that fared. So VIX continuing lower. This is good. We are down 0.62. So let's take a look at the 1 hour chart to see it a little bit more. We have a little bit of support at 1849. We were below that support this week. Now we are back down to it. So this is looking not too bad. If we take a look at the 20-year bonds, we are continuing down. The 10-year bonds continuing down too. This should all help the stock market. Let's take a look at Dow Jones maintaining itself within the bullish channel. This is the bullish channel. We still have our resistance at 42,802 that we need to break. SPX maintaining itself quite well. We are still shy of that resistance. We are a little bit more shy than where we were yesterday, but we are hitting a brick wall so far. This is hitting a brick wall. I don't know if we are going to cross this. If we do, this is going to be great, but it has not done so yet, and I don't know if it will, and nobody knows if we are going to break this soon. Nobody knows. Russell, we are back down a little bit after breaking outside for one candle. So this is a fluke. It did one candle out and now it's coming back in. These things happen, but with a type stop loss, then it's not too bad. You try something and you just lose a little bit. This is what we need to do. We need to lose just a little bit. We need to try things. We can lose a few times before we have something that works. But when it works, we need to let it run too. We need to let it run. So let's take a look at the rest of the market. So this is pretty much black. So it's pretty much going sideways, a little bit of a move down. So there's an equal amount of green, equal amount of red. Palantir, 7%. Nice move there for Palantir. In terms of economic data this morning, so we got a little bit. Core PCE price index month over month 0.1. The forecast was 0.2. So prices are going lower. The core price index going lower. This should be helping eventually. Personal income, people are making more money, 0.8% higher instead of 0.4 as expected. Personal spending, 0.2, and the forecast was at 0.1. So a little bit better than what was forecasted, but previously we still had a little bit more spending. So spending is going down a little bit, even though people are making a little bit more money. It might take a little bit of a while in order to trickle down into the economy. Let's take a look at some Tesla news that we are getting piped into our Discord server. So Musk lobbies Washington to clear way for self-driving cars. Musk is pushing lawmakers to help clear a path for driverless vehicles, according to people familiar with the matter. Part of a broader effort behind the scenes to lobby for a key priority of Tesla. So I hope that this will go through, so this will help him a lot. So people are starting to call Elon Musk's stint in government an abject failure. He has uncovered lots of fraud or mistakes, but are things really changing? We don't know that yet. And of course, Elon Musk's robo-taxi threatens Uber. So we'll see on June 12th what is going to happen about this. Is this going to give new life to the stock? And a Tesla bull is telling us keep expectations well contained for robotaxi. We are going to see it on the chart. We had the head fake at 360. This is bad. Everything technically was good for it. Now we are giving into it. We need to check when this is going to happen again, because if Tesla is going to go to 500 eventually or even more, it needs, this is geometry 101, it will need at some point to break 360. So 360 is still a trigger. It did not work this time. That's fine, but at some point it is going to work. Is it going to be this week? I don't know. Is this going to be next week? I don't know. Is this going to be on June 12th? I don't know. Is this going to be later? I don't know, and nobody knows. But we need to watch that 360 because we have the proof right here. We have one additional proof that this is an important milestone. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great weekend. We are going to talk on Monday, unless you are a member at the buy alert level, in which case we are also going to talk on Sunday. So have a great weekend, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.